Hello. So I just got the ticket taken care of, so that's great. I saved $25. They avoided it. And I've got my new registration for the semester. All done before class. Yay! I don't know how to push stop. Hey subs, what's up? I'm driving back from Thursday class, which is CRIM, otherwise known as criminal law. Today was the first class. So I have some really strong views philosophically on justice that do not align with the U.S. criminal justice system, mostly based in retributive philosophies. So it's a challenge. Like, I'm finding myself filled with frustration and anxiety, and I just keep telling myself, I'm just learning this different way of thinking. I don't have to agree with it or think like it, I just have to understand it. But I'm like, well, that's wrong, well, that's just wrong, or there's better ways to do that, or that's not even the right question, that shouldn't even be a circumstance. And so I feel anxiety. So I had to pretend to be the prosecuting attorney today in a case. So in that case thing, we stand up, and all I had to do was plead sentencing. And so I realized, if I was a prosecutor, I border on prison abolitionist. I'm not quite a prison abolitionist, but I am not far from it. I don't believe the government should be supervising almost anyone at all. I don't think that's an appropriate consequence or a necessary consequence. I think it's an abuse of power most of the time, and not only incarceration, but all forms. Yeah, I would add probation, electronic monitoring, work release. I'm not overall supportive of that. I would say, if you take the entire population that the government actively supervises, whether it's state or federal, I would probably say maybe 5% of those people should have supervision, and probably the levels of supervision should be decreased. Not across the board. I understand there are some people that are legitimately in a space that are dangerous, and incarceration is appropriate response to keep society safe. I don't believe in the philosophy of retribution, punishment for punishment's sake. I don't believe in that. I think that is what weak-minded, ignorant people do. And so, yeah, that's pretty insulting of me to say, but that's what I think. So, okay, so I had to be the prosecutor, and it's a serious case. It was when, it's a real case where a shopkeeper shot and killed a 15-year-old girl for shoplifting, and she had actually said there was physical confrontation, but then she had set the juice on the counter, and as she was leaving the store owner shoots her in the back of the head or whatever. And it's what triggered, because the court just gave this store owner probation, it triggered race riots in the 90s in South Central. It was the match that ignited many blustering problems. So, so it was good though. It was good for me because I could argue, for the victims. A 15-year-old girl was murdered for shoplifting, and that's not acceptable. But so I recommended, as a pretend state attorney, 5 years incarceration, because the truth is, the woman, she still owns stores. Her remorse was based in the impact on her family, and not the actual impact on the child that lost her life, or the community that was impacted by that family. So my sentence request to the court: 5 years incarceration upon release, 5 years of probation, which will include X amount of hours of community service in community centers, so that she can build relationships with people in the community. Instead of just taking their fucking money, she can get to know them. So I bet that would actually decrease crime in her store. When she's like, hey Johnny, hey George, hey Peter. And then also attending victim impact panels to hear about how violence families, how families of violent crimes are impacted. That was my sentence of request. We don't win or lose, we just make it up, but yeah. So I like the class, I think. I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep you updated. So my video today is going to be longer. Look at this. That's my 5 classes all laid out on my bed while I'm working on that. What's funny, there's stuff all over my room. This room that's usually chaotic is so empty. It's almost echoing. We have a made bed, a chair, and a pretty much empty bookcase, and an empty dresser. This is Serenity's room. Whoa, look at all that light. Ooh. Sorry. This is Serenity's room. We now have a couple weeks, I think. She's been staying with her dad and grandma, so that's really great. I'm trying to get out of the light. Sorry for the glare. There we go. I'm a little type A, so like when I need to get something done, I just do it. The reality is that the bottom could fall out at any minute, and she'd move back here, and I packed everything she owned. I'm struggling like back and forth. Like there's this part of me that wants to embrace her move back with her family and like clean her house and undo all the legal stuff and just like give her back in a sense. Let her be raised by them in the ways that they do it. There's this other part of me that's like, slow down. You know, you can't trust that the family's actually reliable or dependable or I guess stable. Stable's the right word. And so that they might be doing good this week or last week, but next week, tomorrow, tonight, at any minute, things can change for them. So just like, I keep telling myself, like, be patient. So that I'm here and I'm ready if I need to be. This is really, really hard.